Evening's main event is being promoted by Main Events and Cedric Kushner Promotions in association with Foxwoods Casino Resort and Budweiser, the king of beers. And keep in mind, fans, this Bud's for you. Is sanctioned by the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation Gaming and Athletic Commission, and is also sanctioned by the WBC Continental Americas. Its supervisor in charge and attendance at ringside is Anibel Miramontes of Moorestown, New Jersey. Our judges, Miguel Acuna, Richard Flaherty, and Tommy Kazmarek. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 12-round WBC Continental Americas Championship and working his 68th title fight, Frank Cappuccino. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with the black trim. He weighed in at an even 237 pounds. Now, this veteran has 46 wins, 5 knockouts with 31 big knockouts. The former two-time heavyweight champion of the world from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and fighting out of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, here is the challenger, terrible Tim Witherspoon. And his opponent in the red corner, he is wearing the solid white trunks. He weighed in at an even 235 pounds. Now, this young man has 29 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 20 big knockouts from Cincinnati, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the champion, Larry the Legend Donald.
To me, Larry, good evening, gentlemen. You were both given your instructions. I do the talking, you do the fighting. You were both given your instructions in the dressing room. Both of you touch gloves.
Larry Donald was bold enough to take a fight against Tim Witherspoon, which many other heavyweights aren't. Let's see if he's bold enough to beat him. 2 big men.
Let's see if terrible Tim, at age 40 minus 2 weeks, can try to get himself into the unlikely position of another potential title shot.
Let him go, let him go, let him go. Let him out.
Donald is a jab, right cross kind of a fighter. He'll try to work the straight 1-2 when he can. Witherspoon has a little more variety in his game. Sneaky left hook to the body, as I mentioned, for Witherspoon. He throws the right hand over the top. Says he never really learned to throw a pure right cross. He has to kind of loop it over the top to get power on it. It's been effective for him.
Tell you what, right now you can already tell that he knows of the incident with Riddick Pope. He's out here trying to intimidate Larry Donald. He wants Larry Donald to think that he's trying to kill him early so he can scare him up, and he's trying to keep him scared. He's been talking to him since the beginning. The referee had to stop him from talking.
Referee Frank Cappuccino with the line, I'll do the talking, you guys do the fighting. But I think Witherspoon will talk to Donald all night long, particularly if he's winning the fight. Witherspoon landing right hands to the body and to the head. Witherspoon blocking Donald's assaults for the most part with his crab-like defense.
A fighter like Larry Donald would be an interesting fight to see against Chris Bird because he has quick hands and quick movement like a middleweight himself.
A long jab for Larry Donald. Cappuccino telling Witherspoon to keep his punches up, and appropriately so. The left hook straight south of the border.
Get out, get out.
Larry Donald holding the back of Witherspoon's head.
He doesn't want to fight inside at all.
Yeah.
Larry Donald does not want to throw a punch inside close.
Well, he's been running most of his career, and he never learned how to do that. But he is standing and firing more than we've seen him in the past.
There's a right hand by Larry Donald that meant business. And you've seen the mostly 1-2 combinations of Donald throughout the first round. Straight left jab, right cross. Witherspoon mostly dispensing with the jab early on, pulling in behind his crab-like defense, and then firing hooks to the body and rights over the top when he gets inside.
All right, break. Step back.
He wants to make Donald punch so Donald can open up and show some openings.
Come on.
Got your mouthpiece out there?
Once again, fans, here is the lovely Amanda. This is Amanda.
Give me some grease, honey.
I got it, Tim.
Huh? Yeah. Also, that's the only sequence you gotta follow, okay? But you can't wait on this guy. Okay. When you're in close, don't tie him up. Get your hands off.
and listen.
Remember how I told you just move your hands? It don't have to be hard, but move your hands though, son. Okay. You cannot wait. Okay. All right.
Stop holding and start punching. Get your hands on.
Okay, judge me anyway, baby. So you got to win this thing. Okay. Stay in your crouch. Stay tight.
Back in the corners.
Witherspoon, the latest to adopt the standing up in the corner routine.
What you see Tim Witherspoon doing with his right hand high, picking off the jab, is called by his trainer Slim Jim Robinson a Philadelphia style fighting. It's an old style that goes back, way back. Very few fighters know how to employ it.
He uses that right hand, Roy, to try to parry your jab and take it away. You think it's a good technique?
Yeah, it's a good technique, but a smart fighter would use that against him, make him look for the jab and start coming around with the hooks.
Let him go.
Larry Donald is fighting a smart fight outside right now. If he can continue this pace and make Tim have to reach at him and punch around Tim's hands, he should be in good shape for a little while.
Donald landed only 8 of 34 jabs by CompuBox numbers in round 1. He's starting to land it a little bit more accurately here in round 2. And he's staying out of those infighting situations where Witherspoon was able to score in the first round. Now Donald tries a right hand to the body.
But Spoon landed a big hook when he did try the body shots. So I'm sure that'll disencourage him from trying it again for a little while.
Witherspoon way low with the right hand. Cappuccino said nothing, and then Witherspoon came lurching over the top with that long right overhand of his.
Saw Larry try to hook around the right hand then of Witherspoon, but Witherspoon was a veteran, and he picked it off.
Come on out.
Tommy Brooks' stable is rich with heavyweights, and Donald was able to spar with big punchers, Hasim Rahman and Courage Shabalala, to get ready for this fight. Neither one of those guys is as sneaky as Tim Witherspoon.
Yeah, but that should have given him some confidence, though.
Witherspoon starting to land his jab.
Break. Step back. Stop punching.
That's a good combination by Donald.
First half blocked, the second half landed.
Let him out.
Second round, much more an effective round for Larry Donald, who's able to maintain the distance between himself and Tim Witherspoon, cuts down on Witherspoon's body attack, and lands a couple of power punches of his own. But Witherspoon still working to the body when he can, trying to take some of the sap out of Donald. And after the bell punch by an angry Witherspoon.
He didn't touch it.
Here's the punch that Witherspoon threw at the end of the round as Donald threatened a punch.
Well after the bell. And now the bell for round number 3. Tim Witherspoon was reduced to a very economical punch output of only 33 punches in the second round, but he landed 20 of them by CompuBox numbers. Donald, 19 out of 57. You heard Slim Robinson asking Witherspoon to throw the can opener. That's the name he applies to that unusual overhand right. That punch right there, that's the can opener.
Let him out, let him out, let him out. Stay off his neck, Larry. Stay off his neck, hon.
Tim at 39 is a step slower than what he was in his prime, so it's going to be a little harder for him to land the can opener. However, if he can keep pressuring Donald and get Donald tied and get him extended, then maybe he has a better chance at landing these shots.
That little line on the back of Witherspoon's trunks, the Raiders of boxing. Kind of comical right now. The Raiders are 4-10. You have to assume Witherspoon's aware of that.
Well, he played a little college football, tight end, until he was injured.
Let him go, let him go.
That's when he decided to take up boxing full time.
Right, less dangerous sport.
Safer, the way he does it.
Larry, stay off his head, man. Stay off his head.
Larry Donald forcing Frank Cappuccino to warn him twice in this round about holding Witherspoon by the back of the neck. Now Donald gets a right hand through Witherspoon's guard.
Yeah, Donald's landing all the punches right now. I think Witherspoon is just trying to set him up for that one big overhand right. And it's costing him to take a lot of punches.
Pretty quiet round from Tim Witherspoon.
Get off, get off, get off.
As Roy Jones points out, again Larry Donald with his glove around the back of Witherspoon's neck. And again Cappuccino verbally tells him to remove it.
Donald's jab is seeming to slow a little, and it doesn't seem to have the snap on it that it had earlier. He may be getting a little bit weak.
Donald feeling an urge to get aggressive. He kind of pushed the right hand, but one of them landed. Now Witherspoon coming back with his jab.
Come on. Stop punching, both of you. Step back.
One big can opener from Witherspoon, partially blocked. Promo. Over the past 100 years, maybe no other sport has undergone as great a transition as ladies figure skating. Join us next month as HBO Sports presents Reflections on Ice, a diary of ladies figure skating as we look back at the evolution, sacrifice, success, and tragedy of the women in figure skating through revealing interviews and never-before-seen footage. It premieres January 27th. As always, with an HBO Sports documentary, it's an original and is filled with never-before-seen footage. Reflections on Ice.
Right? All right, let's go with it.
Come on, profundo, deep breath. One more, deep breath.
Close your eyes and listen. Close your eyes and listen.
Let your hands go. It's easy, like fighting Tony Willis. He's ready to quit. He's so tired and lazy.
Come on. Over there. Come on with it. Come on.
Reflecting on Kansas, looks to me like Larry Donald doing a pretty good job on Tim Witherspoon.
Very good Larry Donald early to begin round 4. Witherspoon, 33 punches thrown in round 2, only 30 punches thrown in round 3. So Tim Witherspoon has settled into a plodding pace.
Well, he knows at this point, I think, that he's not going to really outbox Larry Donald. Larry Donald is much too quick. He's too young. He's very mobile, and this is difficult for a heavy puncher like Tim. Tim is throwing big, wide punches, and Larry can see most of them coming, so he won't land as many punches, but he burns twice the energy to throw the big punches.
Come on, get out. Get out.
Well, the boxer beat the puncher easily in the first half of our doubleheader. This bout's scheduled for 12 rounds, so Witherspoon has many chances in front of him to try to catch Donald with a shot and change the fight.
If the boxer's in shape and he fights a smart fight, he's going to usually prevail every time. But Tim is very tricky.
Get off, get off, get off, get off.
It's hard to imagine Witherspoon building momentum and coming on, though. He's gone a year without anything in the way of real competition in the ring. Only one fight in a year, which was a first-round knockout of Levi Billups. He faded in the late rounds, or appeared to, in his bout with Mercer last December. And he'll be 40 in 2 weeks.
Jim, you recall that before the fight I said that it may very well be that he's ready to be taken. So far, he gives the appearance of that. I've been amazed, frankly, that so many good fighters or good young fighters have been unwilling to fight him.
And while there are a lot of heavyweights, prominent heavyweights, who wouldn't benefit all that much from a victory over a seemingly worn-out Tim Witherspoon, it could do a lot for Larry Donald.
Absolutely. For a young fighter, he's a name, and it will project him somewhere into the public's mind.
I didn't go.
Donald doesn't have a strong-looking upper body, but he does have very strong legs, and that's good for this style of fighting, Roy.
It's very good because he's a boxer. It makes him not depend on his big punches. He can box and stay away from people. He won't get hit as much. And he's not as tired in the late rounds as the big punches are because he's not putting a lot of effort into throwing these big punches.
Donald is continually beating Witherspoon to the punch.
30-year-old Larry Donald taking advantage of the 9-year difference between his age and that of Tim Witherspoon.
You're working good when you throw the punches, but you got to throw the punches, son. Hey, listen, straight 1-2, that's all you got to do. He can't get out the way. Listen up. Remember how we worked in the gym? Throw a straight 1-2 and a step. Okay?
You want nice things for your family. This is it. It's easy, Larry. He's no better than Tony Willis. Okay, let's let him listen to him.
Listen. Straight 1-2, right down the pipe. That's all you got to do, okay? Show him a jab just like we talked about. Okay. Then drop that right hand in and step, okay? He's trying to throw that wild right hand, try to catch you with that wild right hand.
Close your eyes and listen.
Hey, you worked on that too, right? Okay. You just worked on it in the dressing room, right? Okay.
A little bit more, Timmy. All right, a little closer to him, okay? Come on. Come on. A little closer to him, Timmy.
The combination, stop trying to do one punch.
Let's go.
Get a little closer, Timmy.
Come on, get out yourselves. Get out of there.
Harold, how'd you have it through the first 4 rounds?
Jim, 39-37, 3 rounds to 1, Larry Donald. I thought Timmy Witherspoon walked through him in the first round, but boy, after that, like you've been calling it, it's all Larry Donald. Popping him with that jab and those combinations. What I can't understand is when they get in close and Larry Donald ties up Witherspoon by grabbing him behind the neck, why Witherspoon doesn't punch with those 2 free hands, just like he's got now. Before Cappuccino yells break, he's got both hands free and he doesn't punch out of the clinches.
Why is that, Roy? Is he just trying to save his energy?
Number 1, he's 39 years old. Number 2, he's trying to save his energy. And number 3, he really doesn't see any shots that he really wants. He's getting tired of just throwing that body shot because it doesn't seem to be having any effect on Larry Donald. He doesn't want body shots, he wants head shots.
For what it's worth, I have Donald winning every round.
Witherspoon lunging for the right hand at the body. Donald comes back with 3, now 4, now 5 punches. Larry Donald just able to throw a great deal more than Tim Witherspoon. Sheer activity level right now, one of the big differences in the fight.
Witherspoon is telegraphing a lot of his punches too. Sometimes inactivity will make this happen.
Remember earlier I said that it would be a good idea for Witherspoon to look vulnerable. I didn't mean this vulnerable.
I don't think he really looks too vulnerable. It's just that Larry Donald has very fast hands, much like Chris Bird. He's a very quick-handed right-hander who doesn't throw big power shots. So they're able to capitalize when the guys miss with the big punches. He's the kind of guy that can make a big puncher like Witherspoon look bad.
See, there you see at close quarters, Witherspoon finally starting to work a little bit.
Body shot by Witherspoon there.
Go, Tim. Let him go, Timmy.
Larry Donald can keep this pace up, not get tired, not give up on himself. I think he'll be okay, but he still has to be careful because Tim is a very awkward, active punching fighter.
Good. All right. So, how you feeling, Tim?
Good.
Feeling good? Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the pressure. When you're in the clinch with him, Timmy, as soon as he steps away from you, step back straight to him. Understand me? Step to him. You're in the clinch with him. He's pushing you back. When he backs off of you, step to him a little faster. Don't give him time to set himself when he backs away from you. You hear what I say? Skip to him. Left hook, right hand. Oh, okay. All right, baby.
First and foremost, let those hands go. He's an old man. He's waiting. He's throwing 6 punches around. You pick up the speed now. You pick up the punching. Okay. You want to win the fight. You want to make money for your family. It's not.
Second. Close your eyes.
Larry Donald's co-manager, Robert Middleman, very active in the corner, as is his habit. A round ago, you heard Larry Donald saying something to the effect of, "Can I please listen to Mr. Brooks?" This time, Larry sat and listened while Middleman talked about his desire to make money for his family.
Well, it's within his grasp, certainly, because he's building a mountain that Witherspoon is going to have to climb in the next 7 rounds.
Tim Witherspoon, by punch stat numbers, throwing only 26 attempted punches in round number 5. It's just too slow a work rate to get anything done. A work rate like that,
Let him go.
for better or for worse, calls attention to the fact that he's 39 years old.
Yeah, but he has the right idea. He knows he's too young or too old to outbox this guy. He knows he's not fast enough to really try to go punch for punch with him. So he's investing in some good body shots and hoping that this will give him an opportunity to sneak Larry with something to the head. Maybe knock him out now or maybe wear him down for the later rounds so his chances are better of knocking him out. There's a sneak hook I'm thinking he's trying to hit him with.
Let him out. Let him go. Let him go.
Sneaky right hand over the top by Witherspoon out of the clinch.
I like Larry Donald's style, and I expected more out of him as a heavyweight, and maybe he still will come on to be a good heavyweight.
Well, I don't think he has the power, Roy, to ever be, you know, a top heavyweight, a fighter who will excite the crowd, but he has certainly shown that he's reaching his full maturity here.
I don't think to be a good heavyweight in today's time, you have to really possess a lot of power, because most of the guys are just going in and straight up fighting anyway. They're not really being finesse boxers, and these finesse boxers are going to have a chance, a much better chance, because they're not throwing the big power punches.
So he's going to have the style advantage against most opponents.
Yes, I think it is. I think that's going to work to his advantage. Same as in the case of a Chris Bird.
You just like boxing, Roy.
I love boxing. That's the name of the sport.
No, I think it's prize fighting.
Well, I think it's two cases where both of us are right. I think it's boxing and prize fighting. But right here, you have a boxer against a prize fighter. And if this boxer is in shape, 9 times out of 10, he's going to beat this prize fighter.
Stop punching. Stop punching.
In other boxing results tonight, Henry Akawande won a unanimous decision over Orlin Norris, and Vince Phillips, the junior welterweight champion, stopped Freddie Pendleton in the 10th round of their title fight. Johnny Tapia is at work as we speak. Here earlier, Jose Luis Lopez, who got that belated draw against Ike Corte, fought a very tough young guy out of Arkansas. And there you see him put the finishing touches on him. Lopez, in his most recent big fight before Corte, demolished Yuri Boy Campos. It is rumored that Campos will be an opponent for Oscar De La Hoya in the spring.
Jose Luis Lopez, TKO at 128 of the 5th. This is the same arena in which Lopez got that come-from-behind draw against Corte. Crowd here loves him. He celebrated for a long time in the ring afterward while the crowd stood and cheered. And you can think of Jose Luis Lopez as at the moment as sort of the Foxwoods Casino house fighter.
Well, he can fight in any house as far as I'm concerned. I love him.
He has great skills, no question.
Timmy, when I say step back, you step back.
Another
too,
victory
brother.
for your buddy Vince Phillips tonight, Roy.
Yes, indeed. I thank God for that. I'm so happy for him, and I just like to say congratulations to Vince Phillips. I also look forward to the fight next weekend with Nassim Hamed. I always like to see Nassim fight, and I like Kevin Keller. I think that's 2 spectacular fights coming up next weekend.
And Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored through 7?
Jim, 5 rounds to 1, 59-55, Larry Donald. I don't think he's lost a round since the first round. He's just doing a paintbrush job on him. He's jabbing him to death, coming across with the straight hand, then tying him up. And Tim's not doing a darn thing but laying in there. Lazy kind of fight. He's not punching out of the clinches when he's got a chance. Let me tell you something. There's one young guy and 2 old guys in the ring, and one of the old guys is not Frank Cappuccino.
Very funny, Harold. I didn't know you were funny, Harold. Cappuccino is the referee, folks.
Break.
Well, Harold, your score went through 6 rounds, and the graphic says round 8. Now, who's wrong? Is this round 7, or did Harold not score enough? It is round 7. All righty. It's round 7. You were right, Harold.
Good left hook, finally, by Tim Witherspoon inside. Either Tim doesn't punch as hard as he used to, or Larry Donald takes a punch better, perhaps, than he used to.
Well, I think he takes a pretty good punch. He took 2 good bare knuckle punches from Riddick. He took some good punches in the Riddick both fight, so I think he takes a pretty good punch.
I have him sweeping every round so far.
He wins this fight. Maybe he can put the Bo debacle behind him once and for all. That in itself would be a big victory for Larry Donald. Now things start to get a little rougher, though, with 45 seconds to go in round 7 as Witherspoon landed one of those can openers over the top, and Donald has to fight back to keep him off. Good hard right hand body shot by Witherspoon. There's a little trace of blood on the right cheek of Larry Donald next to his nose. It's under the eye, so if it's a cut,
my turn.
Probably isn't a terribly troublesome one.
Wrong about now, I imagine a lot of heavyweights out there who turned down Tim Witherspoon
are thinking, why? Why'd we do that?
You finished my sentence.
I'm sorry, Larry.
We've been together too long.
We need a break from one another.
Hey, look. Look at that. Look, he got a cramp. Look. But you ain't putting no fucking heat on him, Larry. You gotta get on him, man.
Why can't you throw your hands, man? What are you afraid of? They feel right about you. Get your hands moving.
I'll get you those. Check this out. Look, you gotta go to work, baby. Okay. Larry, you keep saying okay, but we ain't saying nothing, baby. Okay. You just got to let your hands go, son. All right? Hey, look, you say I got you, but we ain't saying nothing.
As good as Tony is, he can barely stand up.
The guy, oh, look at that. Okay. Huh? Get rid of this guy, man. All you gotta do is go to work, son. All right, here we go. Coach, come on, let's take this out of here.
Can't get that water.
Well, let's see if Larry Donald follows instructions. They're trying to keep him on his toes in his corner, not letting him revert.
And the CompuBox numbers underline the point that was being made to Larry Donald by both Tommy Brooks and Robert Middleman, as Donald threw only 36 punches in the last round, landed 7. Now, Witherspoon threw only 28. But what they want to see is for Donald to go ahead and let his hands go, because he's not being threatened that often by Tim Witherspoon.
Not at all, man. Why is he not punching? We don't know. They don't know. And in this case, the best defense for Larry right now is offense. As long as he's punching, he's making Tim keep his hands at home to defend.
Come on out.
Combination to the body by Donald.
Break.
At least he is trying to do what the corner said, though. He's throwing more punches this round.
When Tim Witherspoon defeated Frank Bruno in London, he won all the late rounds. But that was then, and this is now.
Donald and Witherspoon apparently talking to each other again in there.
I guess Donald learned that if you're going to talk to a fighter, it ought to be in the ring, not at the press conference.
Come on.
Witherspoon with a lot on that chopping right. 40 seconds to go in the round. Sudden new energy for Terrible Tim as he tries to hurt Donald with power punches. And Donald bravely comes back, pumping the jab and the left hook.
The kid takes a very good punch.
The kid is 30.
I mean, the man takes a very good punch.
No.
You know, he didn't turn approacher after me, so he's an undergraduate in my eyes, you know. He graduated a little bit under my class.
Let him go, let him out.
Wasn't there a movie, The Cincinnati Kid?
My turn.
That's him.
Good movie. Up, neuromuscular therapist entering Witherspoon's corner, apparently for the purpose of rubbing his shoulder. He's been working with a neuromuscular therapist for a little bit more than the past year, and right now she's over there rubbing his shoulder from behind. There you go.
You cannot fight him, Tim. You can't fight.
We're wondering whether she's allowed in the corner.
Hey, Doc, do me a favor, will you?
You hit him a few times in that round there, Timmy. You understand what I mean? Put pressure on him, okay? You gotta let your hands go a little bit more.
Thank you. Let's put her on the table.
Here we see Tim Witherspoon trying his overhand right. An effort that has them giving him a rub down and throwing ice on him and trying to revive him in his corner as we show this rerun. So maybe that age is showing a little graphically here, Jim.
That right hand to Witherspoon's, Roy, no textbook trainer would ever teach a fighter to throw it that way, but he does have the advantage of coming from an odd angle.
Now, you can't really see it coming because it comes from behind your left hand if you're an opponent.
Come on.
And it looks like it's designed to hit you behind the head or on the ear.
Well, or maybe on the temple, and that's one of the knockout areas if you're able to catch your opponent right in front of the ear on the temple. A couple of good body shots by Larry Donald.
Get out yourselves.
At the moments when the fight has gotten rough, at least for the last 6 or 7 rounds, Donald has been able to hold his own.
Break.
Witherspoon has a cut on his left leg underneath the knee. Did anybody see Donald land a punch down there?
Keep it straight, you guys. Come on out, come on out, come on out.
Good left hook by Witherspoon.
All right, break, step back, step back.
But again, no appreciable damage to Larry Donald.
Now, Larry's taking some very good punches here, and I don't think Spoon is really in enough shape at this point, or maybe just his age, to where he can't really follow up like he's supposed to right now.
Come on out of there.
Doesn't appear so far that Terrible Tim could change the fight with only one big shot. It's going to take an accumulation of blows.
Break.
Donald is doing just enough with the jab and the occasional power punches inside to keep Witherspoon from being able to land any combinations.
Oh, good body shot by Larry Donald.
And a good 1-2 to follow the body shot.
Get out of there.
Donald with a little trickle of blood below his right nostril.
All right, stop punching, both of you.
Listen, their body's wide open, Cat. Okay. Their body's wide open, son. But look, I got to get him looking at the jab first, though. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see but one right hand. Huh? Where's the right hands at? Huh? The right, when you threw it, you caught him with all 3 shots, huh? Okay. The jab caught, the right hand caught, and the hook to the body caught. Put it to your right. Okay. All right. So you can go with the overhand right and come back with the left hook, okay? All right? Make him go.
Not many punches.
I thank him, Tim. See what I say to me?
You just don't beat too many top heavyweights throwing 30, 35 punches around.
Come on, push. See if we can do this here. We'll get this guy out of here. Push. All right.
Here's the left hook right on the nose by Witherspoon earlier, but as Roy pointed out, he was unable to follow up with it.
Break. Get out. Get out. Get out yourselves.
Larry Donald's basically winning this fight at this point with just a jab. And that's the safest way to win a fight.
Said the man who seldom throws one.
I said safety, it's not the best.
That jab is making terrible Tim Witherspoon look for him terrible.
All right, get out yourselves. Come on out. Come on out.
Fight will go 12 rounds, so we're not in the last round here. Larry Donald has never had, among his 20 knockouts, a knockout past the 9th round. Witherspoon accomplished that earlier in his career, but it's been a while.
Come on out there. Let him go, Timmy. Let him go. Let him go, Larry.
Best combination of the bout for Larry Donald. It's been 11 years since Tim Witherspoon scored a knockout past the 9th round. So what we're telling you is that the odds are enormous here that this fight is going to go the distance.
Come on, come on, you're both holding.
Last time Tim Witherspoon knocked somebody out late, it was Frank Bruno in the 11th round in '86 to win a heavyweight title. That was the title that he eventually lost in a first-round wipeout at the hands of James Bone Crusher Smith in Madison Square Garden on a night when Witherspoon claims he was thinking of anything but fighting. That was the beginning of the sequence of events that led to Witherspoon's long legal fight against Don King and an absence from the ring of nearly 2 years at what might have been the peak of his career. Tim's been fighting for years to try to make up for that. And he got close to it before the decision loss to Mercer last December.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Break!
This may be the swan song.
All right, my turn. Bell.
There you go. We gotta take it to another level now, son. We gotta take it to another level. Only two left. Only two left. Listen, here you go. Hey, go. We gotta take this to another level. All right? Huh? Okay. All right, champ.
Sit down. You heard him that round. You heard him that round. Sit down and hit it. You slip that jab, come out with the left hook. Timmy, you got to make your pressure run. When you punch over, come back up, Timmy. Over and under. You got to get the P on the side, so he can make this advantage, okay? All right, Timmy? You got to go for broke when he says.
I'm seeing that right here. He's right there for us, son.
Okay.
But you got to throw it. Hey, yo, straight right hand, left hook to the back. It's there, okay? Do that all, this whole round. That's all you got to do, okay?
Pressure, baby. Pressure, Timmy. All right?
Still, let's get the last two, Tim. The whole round, now let's go.
All right, break. Come on, come on, come on out. Let him go, Larry. Let him go.
All Larry Donald has to do is box Tim and stay away from him at this point. I think he should have a safe decision.
That's probably all he's going to try to do.
Come on out of there.
That's all he's done all night.
Tim Witherspoon needs to do something very dramatic to win this fight. But in his 18th year as a professional prize fighter, I don't know if he's got any drama left in him.
Hey, and speaking of something dramatic, let's look at Harold Letterman's scorecard.
Nothing dramatic about my scorecard, Jim. 97-93, 7 rounds to 3, Larry Donald. I agree with you guys. I think he's boxing him to death, no question. Jab, jab, right hand, and then he ties him up. What gets me is terrible Tim. Every time he loops the right hand, he hits Larry Donald behind the head. And you know what? One of these minutes, Frank Cappuccino's liable to take a point away from Witherspoon for rabbit punching, because that right hand lands all the time behind Larry Donald's head, and that's illegal.
I doubt if he'll take a point, though, because he's been watching this since the opening bell, and he hasn't said a thing to him yet.
There is a disturbance going on over at the far corner of the arena, about 60 feet away from us. And we're going to show you some videotape at the end of this round of what has taken place. It involves Chris Bird, who was the winner of the first fight on our doubleheader, with a TKO win, an easy one, over Jimmy Thunder. Bird has apparently fainted. He's been revived by now, and the videotape we're going to show you of Bird will not show him in the fainted state. He has been revived, but Chris Bird, perhaps a little overly excited by his victory earlier here tonight.
Or maybe a belated response to all those body shots. He's not used to getting into those kinds of exchanges.
They're checking him for dehydration. He's apparently somewhat nauseous and sweating profusely, and we'll keep an eye on that situation as doctors at ringside tend to Chris Bird, not far away. While in the second half of the doubleheader, Larry Donald is jabbing his way to a potential boxing triumph over terrible Tim Witherspoon.
I have to give Larry credit. He's thrown more body shots tonight than he's probably ever thrown in his entire career.
Let him go.
Can't question his desire tonight. He has shown that he wants to win the fight.
Yes, he has.
That was what was missing in the pivotal event of his career, his loss to Bo 3 years ago.
Stop punching, my turn.
Tonight, Larry Donald comporting himself like a winner.
Do you want this thing? Let me go get it. All right, that's what I want to hear. Let me go get it. That's what I want to hear.
Tommy Brooks still exhorting Donald to try harder to win. There's Chris Bird. Again, he scored an easy victory earlier tonight over Jimmy Thunder, but he had to weather some thunderous body shots to get through it. Gentleman in the near foreground is one of the ringside doctors here in Ledyard, Connecticut.
None of that stuff, man.
And they are taking Chris Bird back to a dressing room to examine his vital signs and check to see if there's any danger of a further recurrence of the fainting spell.
Get that water.
Here we go. It's the last one, son.
Seconds out.
It's the last one. You in shape for this one. Come on, come on.
Well, Tim Witherspoon either needs a miracle finish or a really bad decision, which we have seen recently.
Both. I make the latter a greater likelihood than the former.
Break, step back. Come on out, come on out. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him out. Break.
Larry Donald's left ear is red from that overhand right all night from Tim Witherspoon.
He'll gladly put up with that to get a W.
Oh, yes. I guess it's better his ear than his eye.
Witherspoon still digging to the body, hoping he can find some way to blunt Larry Donald's continuing jab and turn the fight in his favor. But the reality is there's a minute and 45 seconds to go, and Witherspoon ain't getting it done yet.
Break, fellas, come on.
Good 1-2 by Donald as Witherspoon lunges wildly, trying to throw a right to the body. Tim looks tired.
Yep. Tonight, I just think he was a little too old to catch up with Donald. His hand speed is a little bit less than what it used to be. And even if he had good hand speed, he still wouldn't be quite as quick as Larry's was.
Too many ring years with too much inactivity breaking up his career.
But we can't take nothing away from Larry either. Larry has shown himself very good here tonight. And I think he's something to look forward to maybe in the future.
Absolutely. This is the kind of victory that will keep Larry Donald in the mix and give him other opportunities down the road to prove himself. Assuming that the judges see it the way we're seeing it.
Step back.
And as Larry Merchant pointed out, that assumption is sometimes a leap of faith.
Well, you remember when we were here the last time for those two welterweight fights, they got the score wrong both times here. That is, they didn't add them up correctly.
That's right. We were still covering the difficulty they had adding up scores in the Whitaker-Pastraya fight while they were messing up the scores in the Cuarte Lopez fight.
Well, I find myself being very careful here after the Foreman-Briggs fight, hoping that we haven't misled all you viewers out there into thinking the wrong guy won this fight and won it big.
Although I think we still at this point have no apology to make for Foreman Briggs. Final punch stat numbers for Larry Donald and Tim Witherspoon. Neither man exactly burning down the house, but Donald throwing 172 more punches than Witherspoon. The overwhelming majority of the punches that Donald threw were jabs, and that could be the difference in the bout, ultimately. Jabs. 315, as I told you, more than half of Donald's attempted punches, jabs. He didn't land them at a particularly high rate, but he continued to use the weapon throughout, and that helped to keep Witherspoon at bay. Sometimes it isn't whether you're landing the jab, it's just whether you're throwing it.
That's why they say it's the most important punch in boxing. It keeps the other guy off balance, keeps him unable to perform, keeps him to where his mind can't focus on what it is that he really wants to do.
Even if you're making your opponent miss a jab, you're still on the defensive while you're doing it.
That's right.
Here you go. I got it. Where's his robe at? Where's his robe?
They're double checking the scorecards, which is a very good idea.
He was doing a lot of catching. I was doing my shot.
Hey, Bob. They won't give him a corner no more.
Donald, who hasn't been as talkative for the last couple of years as he was early in his career, may soon have something to talk about. Let's go up to ring announcer Ed Darien. Darien for the official decision.
From Foxwoods Resort Casino here in Mashantucket, Connecticut. I've got the scoring, and here it is. Judge Tom Kazmarek scores 116-112. While Judge Richard Flaherty, he has it 118-110. And Judge Miguel Acuna, he scores 116-113. All for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the WBC Continental America's heavyweight champion, Larry the Legend Donald. Donald.
So the scores indeed are predictable. Unanimous decision for Larry Donald, just the way we saw it. Fancy that. And Tim Witherspoon's long career takes a late hit, while Larry Donald gets the redemption victory he was looking for. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring.
He has 12 wins coming.